my beautiful Scorpios, it's Lisa T, and thank you for coming back to my channel to see what I see for you guys for the second half of April. I hope the first half of April was good for you, and let's get started. I'm using my Paulina Tarot deck for you guys today. Very muted colors, very cool. And I just want to remind you that not all messages are going to resonate with everybody. We as readers pick up on different energies at different times, which means different messages that we're going to convey to those who need to hear them. Okay, so let's get started to see what is going on for Scorpio for the second half of April. Yikes, guys. Very thought-provoking, huh? You guys are really challenged right now, mentally, you know, meaning that you guys are in your heads a lot. Can't escape the anxiety, the Knight of Swords. I feel like you guys are having a hard time mulling something over. You're trying to get the answer to something. I feel like it's a past relationship. Here in the past, Page of Swords, and also the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. I feel like what this has to do with is some kind of something from the past has re-entered your consciousness, and you're wondering, like, why didn't that work out? You know, why did this person leave me? Or why, with as much work as I put into something, why did I not get anything back from it? And it's keeping you up, because what you're looking for is the sun, right? You're looking to be happy. You're looking to, you know, be successful over all of your obstacles towards love, right? And that's why you have to mull over this past relationship, okay? One thing that is very specific for some of my Scorpios is that whatever happened in the past with this particular person, it didn't have to do with you not being enough. Okay, and I feel like I'm speaking to very specific people here, all right? This person that you dealt with in the past was very moody, very unpredictable, very in and out energy, as the Knight of Swords is. This is somebody that, you know, you wouldn't really be able to depend on because their moods shift so quickly that it left you wondering a lot of time if, you know, if you were good enough, if this person was going to leave you, if, you know, if you were doing something to get this person to act the way that they did. Yeah, because I feel like the reason you had to go through that was so that you can have your spiritual ascension. And the way that we learn best through the Hierophant is through experience. And I feel like, you know, you having to deal with this person from the past that was very in and out and very invalidating, I feel like you had to go through that so you can understand what you need to do to get to the sun status, right? What brings you joy? What makes you happy, right? And what better way to find that out than through figuring out what doesn't make us happy, what makes us feel quite the opposite of that, right? I also feel like some of you are, you know, wondering if divine justice is taking place, karma, right? You're wondering if, you know, if this person was unfaithful to you, you know, are they getting their just desserts, right? You want to know that, you know, but I'll tell you this, the energy that we put out, it boomerangs back to us, okay? So if you were done wrong before by somebody, you know, trust me, they're going to eventually feel the ramifications of that, okay? There's nothing that we put out that we don't receive back somehow, okay? So for those of you who are feeling a bit bitter, I would say, you know that divine justice will happen. Know that karma, you know, doesn't leave anybody out, right? So leave it at that. Don't try to feel that if you know that this person's going through something, that's going to make you feel better, because it's not. The best way to deal with this is just to bring some closure to it, glean the lesson from it, and then move forward towards that which you desire, right? With the Knight of Pentacles, this is telling you maybe just refocus that energy back on your career pursuits, right? And I feel like that's what's going to draw you to your star. This is all about, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my little cat's going nuts. This is really about you reaching your inner potential, learning new things, you know, going towards something that's actually written in the stars, right? So this past relationship may be coming back up for you emotionally, and I feel like what's going to help is if you sit down with yourself and you're able to write it out, right? Write out what hurt about it. Write out, you know, the pros and cons about it, right? Because that way you could figure out, like, maybe what drew you back to that type of person, right? So that you can avoid that in the future, see the red flags easier. Because what you're looking for is that beautiful King of Cups energy, right? King of Cups at his best is one who is very loving, very open with their emotions, wears their heart on their sleeve, you know, very paternal, very protective, like really, you know, a really good partner, right? Trustworthy partner. But because you've been through deception before with the Moon card, you know what I mean? You're not going to be trusting right away, you know? So you're going to be looking at everybody like, you know, they're going to be like the last person. And I think the best thing for you to do is to try to bring that closure to that past situation. Get what you can from it, right? Understand that it's not, you know, though there are two parts to a relationship, this wasn't all your fault, right? It just wasn't meant to stay longer than it did. And that's something that I feel once you accept that, that you will be able to start to move forward on your path, right? Now, the full moon that's coming up, I believe it's on the 19th, is supposed to be, you know, full moons in general are great for doing, like, releasing of things that no longer benefit us, things that we don't want to keep anymore. So this might be a good time for you guys to write all this stuff out, you know, and get it out. And, you know, you can burn the paper after, you can just, you know, do whatever you need to do with it. But I feel like you need to put the situation into words, and so that you can have a tangible form so you can release it, okay? So you can learn something from it so that you can open up new doorways for you. Because, yeah, so you're right when I say that, the Chariot card, you're looking to where to focus your energy, right? In the meantime, you know, try to get rid of this residual energy, this bitterness towards this last person. Refocus on what you're doing financially, career-wise, okay? Pursuit-wise. And that's going to help you to really feel balanced again with that Two of Pentacles, right? So I feel like, you know, for the next couple of weeks in April, it's going to be really about, you know, Scorpios mulling over something from the past, you know, trying to pull what you can from it so that you can release it, okay? Release that so that you can open up something new for yourself. When you find yourself ruminating or brooding over it, you know, this would be a good time for you to try to refocus energy back on something that you can have a positive effect over, right? So that's why you keep getting these Pentacle cards, because it's like it's trying to draw you back to something where you can get tangible results so that you can measure your success in that way. It helps with the confidence level. Yeah, because you're not trusting with the Eight of Swords. Whatever the situation was very hurtful for you. And, you know, it basically casts this darkness over how you view relationships and how you view, you know, partners in general. So we need to get rid of that energy. You know, we need to bring to rest that energy. We need to heal that wound so that you can start to go towards what it is you're really seeking. You know what I mean? And so that nothing can hold you back anymore. Page of Wands, this is all about, you know, messages about, you know, passion. So I am feeling like, you know, as you do your work with this stuff, I do feel like there is going to be somebody who's had their eye on you for a while that's going to be making themselves known a little bit. Like, hey, want to go grab some coffee? How about some lunch? You know, and I feel like you'll be open to it by that point. You know, if only to allow somebody to show you that you are desirable and that you are wanted and that people do want to have some of your time, okay? Because what you're seeking is that domestic bliss. You're seeking that happiness. And the way to get that right now is to really focus on your career stuff. So basically, like, releasing the old hurts from this past relationship, this toxic relationship, and refocusing on things that you have control over, right? And being able to, you know, distract yourself that way in a positive way. And then in no time, you're going to feel like you're okay if you don't meet the one. You know, Nine of Pentacles is about the happy single card, right? Self-sufficient, you know, content with what's around, right? And I feel like, you know, it makes a lot of sense that you're trying to get this last remnants of these toxic, sad memories so that you can get to this status where you're like, you know what, it's cool. It's cool if I don't meet somebody right away. It's fine. I got a lot of other stuff that I'm working on right now, right? Instead of feeling like something is missing. See? Yay. Right as you do your work and right as you get, you know, good with like, it's all right if I'm alone, you get this Knight of Cups card. Okay? And that is definitely one of my date cards. So this is somebody coming at you like, hey, can I go out with you? So it's coming, okay? You are not destined to be alone for the rest of your life, okay? The reason that this past relationship didn't work out wasn't because you're not good enough, okay? You had to go through this so you can learn that you do have self-worth and that you do deserve certain things. And it helps you really hone in on what matters to you in a partner. And I feel that as you start to heal that, you do start to open yourself up more to, you know, viable options. Knight of Cups is very romantic, you know, very open with, you know, taking action towards that. And I feel like your work sector is going to be really good too. I feel like for the next couple of weeks, what's going to help you guys out, Scorpio, is really refocusing that attention on, you know, your career stuff. Yeah, and bringing healing to that. I would highly suggest doing that stuff on the full moon to release. Yeah. And then you get the Ace of Wands card, which is all about passion, new beginnings, right? Creativity. So that's what I'm feeling for you guys. I feel like, you know, you're going to be going through a little bit of sadness, but I feel like what you're going to do is it's because it's the last remnants of it. You're ready to get rid of it. You're ready to, you know, to have a catharsis with it, okay? And I feel like the way to do that right now, at least for the next couple of weeks, is to refocus on your finances and to do some sort of, you know, self-meditation type thing where you can get out this old stagnant energy from this past relationship. And then you get to open yourself up to all kinds of new opportunities, okay? So if you can start doing this the last couple weeks of April, this opens up May for new possibilities, okay? And I will be back with you guys at the beginning of May to be able to see what's going on with you guys then. So I hope this was helpful, Scorpio, and I wish you a beautiful next couple of weeks. And if you ever want a personal reading with me, my information is below. Thanks so much, guys. I will see you in a couple weeks. Bye.